And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream of your dreams. It's the stream you've all been waiting for, especially for all the Taxi Life fans. We do these stream once a month, and they're just itching. They're just like, hey, you got any more of that Taxi Life? Yes, yes, we got some more of that Taxi Life for you all. And joining me today is my friend and colleague, Alex, the producer for the game. Say hello. everyone, to
Hello,
Alex.
everyone. Good to be here again.
Happy to have you on. It's been a while. It's been a month. A lot of things have been happening over the last month, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Yeah, I see you got like a nice new camera. Looking good.
Yeah,
Good quality.
Yeah, going full professional, right?
That's what I'm talking about. Very good. How have you been, like, in general, Alex? Are you ready for the winter months ahead?
Really, I am not all like necessarily ready for all cold months since like I'm a typical summer girl.
Okay.
So yeah, that's not very easy for me to endure such a very dim months, and
Yeah,
short days.
it sort of sucks, right? Like the short. I
Yeah.
mean, it gets dark out at like 3 o'clock. I think
Yeah,
it's gonna get even darker even earlier, like 2 or 1.
yeah, or something. Yeah, the days last like 3 hours or something, right? And there's
Stupid.
night.
So stupid.
So,
I don't understand it.
Yeah. Who invented that? I don't know.
It's all because of daylight savings time. I think a little birdie told me, I think it was one of my friends in America, they told me that daylight savings time is going to be liquidated next year in America. Like, it's going to be no more. I don't know.
Really?
I think so, yeah. Because people are pissed. They hate it. I don't like it either.
Yeah. I think I'm hearing about it like every single year, that somebody will be like having it like all sorted out, but it's still like again every single year.
It never happens, right?
Yeah, it never happens. I don't know, like no, like there are no two countries that will agree on the same
terms,
like hour,
right?
like time. So we'll need to die with this actually.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Are we gonna have daylight savings times in Taxi Life?
I don't think so.
No,
like I think like, traffic jams are enough to
don't
pissing.
do this to us.
Yeah, that would be too much.
Awesome. So Alex, so before we get started here with our agenda, I just wanted to thank everybody for joining the stream. As you guys know, we do these streams once a month to keep you guys updated on what the progress is with Taxi Life. Of course, we write developer blogs. I think we're gonna release another developer blog this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, we'll see. Just to keep you guys informed and see how things are going. So Alex, why don't you give everybody like a reminder, maybe, because I see we have some new usernames in the chat. We have Ubernap, we have 822 Steam. Welcome, guys. Artful Dodger, as well as Tomek Pavlovich. How you doing over there in CDPR, Tomek? Hope you're doing well. Hope maybe you can leak. Maybe you could leak Witcher 4 content. Let's go. Come on. No, but on a more serious note, welcome, guys. Artful Dodger as well. So yeah, why don't you give a little bit of a reintroduction for the newcomers here, Ola.
Yeah, sure. So we are here in Simteract. We are working on the taxi simulator called Taxi Life. Right, and it's all about driving in the city of Barcelona, 1-to-1 scale, fully recreated actually. Some part of it, of course, but it's 1-to-1 scale, actually, like recreated from real life to the game. And yeah, we are starting off as a driver, a freelance one, and making money by taking people from point A to B. And evolving your own company in the end, so I will be able to have some passive income as well, like, of course, and it's all in a beautiful city of Barcelona, which you can actually explore and collect some collectibles and other achievements. So we are kind of cooking up some open world that you can have for your own and customize your car in it, buy new ones. So yeah, you'll be on a good way to build up your vehicle empire. So feel invited.
Definitely. Yeah, thanks for that explanation. Yeah, guys. So, I mean, in Taxi Life, we want to sort of give the player the freedom to play how they want. If they want to play the game and run their own business to get the ultimate transportation company, that they can do that, or they could sightsee and enjoy the nice visuals that we have in the game, which we will be showing you guys a little bit of gameplay. It's about 9 minutes and 30 seconds of gameplay. And we'll be talking over that, sort of talking about some of the things that you see, some of our, triumph, like sort of about the trials and tribulations of making a game like this, right? And I sort of wanted to go back a little bit and talk about like how people, when we went to Gamescom, this year we went to Gamescom, we went to PAX East, and people, I think one of the most questions that was asked was, how do you guys manage to get the game at a 1-to-1 scale, right? Because it seems pretty ambitious, right? And because it is, and then that's why I tell them it's, yes, indeed, is an ambitious project. But and basically, like, the short answer to that is that we use OSM maps, which is open source data, and we use our in-house technology called City Generator, which we've used in our previous game, Train Life, and now we're using in our Taxi Life game. So that allows us to generate cities at a 1-to-1 scale for you all to enjoy. So what's on the agenda today, Alex? I'm gonna just sort of fire off some of the things that we're gonna be talking about here. The Taxi Life has come a long way for the most part, right? Ever since in production. Keep in mind, the game is still in pre-alpha at the moment. But there was, we've shown gameplay in the past, and the streets didn't really seem that filled, right? It was just sort of cars driving down the street. Some assets missing and so on. But as you guys will see here in a minute today, it looks filled. The city looks alive, right? And we're going to be talking a little bit about like the size and the scale of extending the city. So for those of you that do not know, we're aiming towards the game. We're aiming towards a release date around this time of next year, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But more or less, right? Obviously, it's a year away, so we'll keep you guys informed. But by that time, we're looking at around releasing the game at around a 9 kilometers squared for the entire city of Barcelona. It's not the entire city; it's a 9 kilometers squared portion that's cut out that you'll be able to explore, right? And now that number might not seem a lot, but when you guys will get to play the game, it won't even matter, because you will be playing and you will be driving from point A to point B not very quickly, right? Because that is the point of our taxi game. It's a taxi simulation game where you'll be able to simulate being an actual taxi driver. So it's like Grand Theft Auto without the Grand Theft, only very nice auto, and you're a nice taxi driver.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit about the world here. We implemented the radio menu. We polished up the first vehicle that you guys have been seeing over the last couple months, the white one. And all of the buttons are functioning. We even have a radio in there, and so on, right? So, and all right. So going back again to Gamescom and PAX East, the most asked question that has ever been asked in the history of asking questions when it comes to Taxi Life is, will you be having wheel support? Right? That is the number one question. And the answer is yes. Why is it yes, Alex? Can you tell a little bit more about that?
Oh yeah, sure. We'll have the wheel support, and what's more, we already have. We managed to make it last month. Actually, like one of our talented programmers managed to create actually a custom tool. which will allow us to support the majority of wheels on Windows 10. We tested it for on 1 or 2 wheels for now, but it seems to be working. So we wanted to have it on more models. So stay tuned on hearing out the actual list of the devices that will be supported. But it should be like that should be a lot, or at least all the sufficient and more popular ones. So you won't be forced to buying a new one. So yeah. And what's more, we are actually planning to have all of the required and modern features that wheeling support needs. So like force feedback, for example, or the additional gearbox thingy, right?
Yep.
So everything should be there to complete your actual simulation experience in the car. So yeah, that will be it, I guess.
Perfect. Thanks so much for going into detail about that. And I see that we have some questions coming into the chat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna showcase the game a little bit. We're gonna show you guys. Keep in mind, this is a pre-recorded video. Everything that you say or will say will be used against you. No, I'm just kidding. This is not a police case.
Yeah.
It's not a police interrogation. But everything that you see could be subject to change at one point or another, right? So this is not the final version of the game. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is pre-alpha, okay? And moving forward, we are going to be looking for some possible alpha, beta testers in the future. So join our Discord if you haven't already to stay up to date on that part. After we're done showing you guys some gameplay footage, we're going to take your questions. And we'll try to answer them to the best of our ability. So with that in mind, Alex, are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's do it. All right, so I'm going to pause the music here a little bit. I'm going to do one of these. Okay, so we're going to switch the scenerino here. Boom. And then we're going to go blam. There it is. Oh, there's the chat also. I'll move the chat over here. Cool. Okay, so let's go. So starting off, this is the cabin of the first vehicle here. I like to honk the horn, obviously. And yeah, and like I said, everything in this vehicle is fleshed out, right? Like all of the buttons should be working as it was planned, Alex. Can you maybe elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, that's everything here should be polished to the best of our ability for now. It's like yeah, maybe it misses some final touches, but it's like due to being in pre-alpha, it's I think like normal and standard. But yeah, it's rather polished. It looks good and works. Every button is clickable and functional. So yeah, we can just get in and drive as an usual car.
Very nice, yeah. And let's talk a little bit about the radial menu here. Now, we sort of teased it on social media and our Discord as well. We sort of, you know, showed it a little bit, but here it is in action. Now, not all of the buttons work in the radial menu. Obviously, you know, I think there still needs to be some like optimizations done with that. But, you know, obviously that'll come in a further milestone. But as you guys can see in the radial menu, you'll be able to do all the things that you could do by pressing buttons in the car in a sort of quicker way, right? Now, Alex, this is. Oh, we got some music. Hopefully we don't get copyright, because it is internet radio, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It should be, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so you can do all the things from the radio menu that you would be doing manually by clicking in the car, right? So you could play how you want by using either system, right? Whether it's you know, turning on the cabin lights and or your windshield wipers.
Yeah, so it's like even more helpful when you are in third person mode, and it's actually built up for this particularly, because like when you are inside, like I mean the cabin mode, you can actually click everything or
Right.
use the radial menu, right? But if
Right.
when you are outside, like on the TPP mode, you have no like possibility to use the car inside too much. So that's radial coming to the rescue, right?
Right. Yeah, and what I think is really cool that we did here, or that the team did here, is like the status of the windows, right? Like as we're looking at it now, so that you could see, like, for example, when you're in like third person mode, right? You could see, you know, obviously you're not gonna like turn the camera and see if your window went down, right? So this gives you sort of like a status of like if the window is like halfway closed, or if it's closed all the way, or if it's all the way open, so you could sort of have like that quick reference to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely a cool feature here. I was sort of playing around with the windows, opening them all, because you know Barcelona is a hot city, a little warm. I don't know. Is there winter time in Barcelona? I'm not sure. I don't think there's snow, but
There's no snow, I guess.
yeah, yeah,
We did a research on that, so there won't be any snow in the game because, like, I don't know, it's like the lowest temperature is like 10 or
yeah,
15
something
degrees.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like
yeah,
more like a fall or a spring at our country.
sure. Yeah, so I sort of used my developer hacks here, and I spawned in the second model of the car. Now in total, we're gonna have around 6 models, I think, and I think 2 of them are electric vehicles, Alex, or one of them will be.
I guess something like that. Yeah, 6 vehicles. I think it's a must. So yeah.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, so this would be the second vehicle that we have here. This one's not done yet, right? Like when it comes to the features on the inside, it's not as far along as the first one is.
Yeah, definitely, but still like quite close. I
Yeah.
think there's not much left to be done here. So yeah, very soon it should be polished as well.
Very nice, yeah. So as I'm looking around here, I'm sort of getting into traffic. There's a cop right there. I gotta be careful because we do have the police system in there, so that if you use your, I think I got like 1 ticket in here for not using my blinker. So, so yeah, oh, we got more radio here. Just jamming along. Don't copyright or don't DMCA us or something. It was just a quick sample. No one even knows that song. Maybe they do. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, I'm just sort of going through all the buttons here. And Alex, can you let me know, like, is this like, because we're at a red light right now, right? So is this pretty much like a close example of what it's gonna be like when the full game comes out? Like when you're waiting in traffic, you know, you're waiting for the red light to turn green. Is this like a pretty good representation of what we're trying to aim for here?
I think it's pretty good representation, but I'm sure that in the final game it will definitely decrease the amount of time required to be waiting on red light. Yeah, because like I think you didn't manage actually to cross the light, and to avoid annoying people and players. It still needs to be a relaxing experience and something that we would like to have people to get back to. Definitely the red lights will be like decreased, like I mean the amount of time of red light. So
what are we aiming for, or like when it comes to the red light waiting time, like 10 seconds, 20, 30 seconds?
I think something like that. That would be like that would allow the whole flow, like the traffic flow, to be like very very quick and avoiding the jams, right, which we don't like, definitely.
Right, for sure. Yeah, one thing I noticed here is that because I selected to do a job, right? And here we have our sir. He's just waiting. Let's call him Jimmy Bob. And Jimmy Bob is coming into our vehicle because he wants to get driven to somewhere, right? And on the map, I selected the job that I want to take. And if you guys could see on the GPS, on the navigation panel, you could see all the information for the customer, right? So, oh, and I crashed here because I wasn't paying attention. But you could see the information on the navigation panel, and as we're sort of segueing through the customer experience, as you guys can see, you can engage in dialogue while you're driving your customer, right? So that's definitely going to be another immersion factor when it comes to people that are looking for that kind of experience. Now, Alex, so let's talk a little bit about the dialogue here, right? So the dialogue is something that will influence the amount of tip or experience that you get from the customer, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Yeah, so and there's like funny sort of like situations, like they could, I think over here there's a dialogue like, yeah, it's a shame that you can't go to the beach, and he's just like, yeah, well, I gotta work or something like that, right? So the answers that you and there's Billy Bob right there. He's a little old. He's a little old. No wonder he has to take a taxi. But yeah, so depending on how you answer your customer, right, will determine the amount of reward that you get, which I think is a pretty cool factor.
Right. Yeah. Like a nice addition to the gameplay, and it's not like all about cars all the time, but something else, which wasn't yet seen in other games. I see. So as far as I saw, so yeah, that's a kind of unique part of this game. So you can actually experience the taxi life. I mean,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
taxi driver life.
Yeah, and I also just wanted to talk about like the fleshing out of the world, right? I mean, there's like plants, there's grass, there's people walking everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It looks alive, like it's come a long way. Like it looks really awesome. It looks really awesome. And the ride is much smoother. Yeah, Tomek. Yeah, there's a lot of optimizations that have been done for the team, and we're doing a really great job. Like, I mean, what do you guys think? People that are watching the stream, what do you guys think about what you're seeing right now? Let us know in the comments if you're on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook. We're streaming on all the platforms. Let us know what you think. So, a little bit about the damage, right? So I think in these last milestones, we added the implementation of AI vehicle damage, right?
Yeah.
So that it gives the player that sort of feeling that, hey, you could damage other people as well, right? Besides your own car.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, so we are getting closer to our objective here, but I'm gonna end it a little bit earlier because unfortunately the game crashed for me. So you guys don't need to see that. It's all right.
Yeah, it still happens. So it still happens. So that's why we pre-record the material.
Exactly.
It's like on this stages of development, it just happens, and you cannot avoid that like completely. It's like as for this early, it happens very rarely, actually, in our case. So yeah, the game is pretty stable, but it might just happen like.
I mean, it's definitely stable right now. We still have lots more work to do, of course, right? And we just can't wait for the community to join us for this ride, right? So let us know what you guys thought about that in the comments. And I think we could sort of segue into answering some questions from the chat. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, why not? Let's do that.
Let's do it. All right, cool. So, from Kshikorsk on Twitch, he asks, what is the most difficult, challenging feature you guys are working at the moment? Ooh, that's a pretty loaded question. I think that's a good one for you to answer, Alex.
Yeah, this is the very good question. Actually, there are I think so many challenges I couldn't even count, but I think the biggest one is the AI, which is definitely the most difficult part of developing this game. Because we are we are put this challenge for ourselves to make as great AI as possible, even better than in majority of the other games. So that's a lot of work. Not everyone can work on this. It requires a very special knowledge and preparation. And it's like, yeah, and it's actually like coded in special language, so it's not like C++, as it's usually done in Unreal Engine, but it requires some other knowledge, and it's very difficult, and it's rare to be known. Yet still, even if it's being made by very qualified people, it's still it still does like making tricks, because it's all about connected vessels of things in the game. So all the systems, because it's not only the AI is just one of the systems, there are others, like weather, or like the car cabin and things like that. So and the road system, the traffic lights, it's all systems, and to allow them work like efficiently, it requires a lot of iterations. So it's impossible to be done at like one like one evening or something. It's like it requires a lot of attention and care, to make everything work at the same time, because like usually there's like every day it's something doesn't work, and you need to adjust other systems to allow this one particular work. So this is very very it sometimes reminds of a circus to align every single feature that we have. But the AI is the most difficult one for sure, because like we all know, I guess, how AI is generally, like in every single industry, how is it challenging for the engineers. So yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with the fact that, I think one of the sort of parts that makes, making a game like this, or any game really, for example, is fixing one thing and then another thing breaks during development, right? Like that's something that is often, just shows up, and it's just something you have to deal with, right? But honestly, shout out to our programmers and coders and all those technical guys. Like, you guys are rock stars for real.
Yeah, they are.
You guys are rock stars, and their knowledge and experience is like, it's priceless. It's priceless.
Yeah,
So,
it is. That's an honor to work inside of this team, and be a witness of such thing, like beautiful things being created. Because like we all learn on this, and take something new to the project that we already learned from somewhere else. So that's really great. That's we can like overcome every obstacle. I feel quite confident in that. So wonderful time of the of life working on this.
it's like our little baby,
Yeah, it is.
We're watching it walk and eat its first food or something.
Yeah, that's exactly this thing.
Yeah. So thanks for that answer, Alex. It was really it was some really good insight from your end. Okay, going on to the next question. So, and this question has been asked before, and I don't know if we have a direct answer for it. Will the Steam Deck be supported too? To be honest, I don't think conversations about the Steam Deck have even been like considered at this point, right? Have we even talked about Steam Deck optimization, Alex, at all, or probably not?
Never. There was never.
Never even in the plans yet.
Yeah, but I think shouldn't be it working like to some extent by default. I guess it should.
That's what I was also thinking. I don't know if like maybe there's people that are smarter than us in the chat when it comes to the Steam Deck and making a game.
Yeah.
But like the Steam Deck is basically what? It's an operating system that's mini, right? It's not a computer, it's a handheld device. I wouldn't doubt that there's a set of challenges that there are that, you know, that we could face when trying to make the game optimized for Steam Deck. It's definitely something that we would probably have to look into. For sure,
Yeah.
right? Because, you know, a lot of people are getting the Steam Deck, and, you know, we want to make the game available for as many people as possible, right? So you could play Taxi Life while you're in a taxi in real life, you know, like Taxiception. Why not? You know?
That would be actually cool, you know. Like,
that would be pretty sick.
Yeah, we could be recording something from some promo videos. Like we are just sitting in the taxi, like in the back seat. And
That would be
you know, the Steam Deck. That was something great, you know. Like
that would be pretty cool. Like your Steam Deck in a taxi while you're waiting for another taxi to take a taxi to your taxi. Taxiception. Next DLC for Tax Life, or for Taxi Life. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do this.
Awesome. All right, so let's move forward here. Next question is yeah, this looks a little better. Thank you, DJ Sam SFM. Appreciate the kind words. Here we go. Looks good. Does it work with Logitech G29? That's a wheel, and I'm going to assume that yes, that's a yes, because when it comes to wheel support, I'm pretty sure that it'll support all wheels, right, Alex? Or is there any kind of limitations to that?
I think Logitech's will be all like included, because like we specifically, our very first steering wheel that we were developing the whole feature on was Logitech G 920 or 290, something like that. I don't remember, because they are just like numbers, right?
Right.
So I think the majority of them should work alike. So if this one works, I think all of them should as well.
Awesome. Oh yeah, and Alpha Wolf confirmed it's 920. Cool. Thank you, Alpha, and thank you, Ola, for that answer. Moving next part of that, there's part 2 of that question. Does it have multiplayer? No, it will not. Never will have it. So
sadly not.
Sadly not. It would be cool, but
cool. Yeah, we had discussions over it. Like this is very cool. Like people like it, people want it, but it would require like doubling the work.
Yeah. And I think if we added like networking to the game, it definitely would not be released next year.
Yeah.
It'd probably like give it like maybe 2 years, maybe.
Yeah,
you know,
at least 1 year. That's like additional 1 year. That's a must.
Minimum, so. I think. Yeah. So a single player. So for all you introverts out there, this would be the game for you.
Yeah. So there are like a lot of good online games that you can play. So yeah, we wanted to create like a good single player experience. So that's
I think Taxi Life is gonna have a very personal experience for people that are playing it, right?
Yeah, that's a very personal, like introvert experience. Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You could always share the game with your friends and.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You know, like everyone needs, you know, like relax and, you know, closing the door sometimes, like being like alone and experiencing something very calm and relaxing. So yeah, that's gonna be about it, I guess.
Cool. Will there be simultaneous console release or sometime later, like Train Life? So as far, I'm pretty sure we're gonna release the game on all platforms instantly, like at the same time, right, Alex?
That's the plan. Yeah.
It's the plan, but it could change. You know, I mean, releasing things simultaneously. I think it's easier said than done, but it's not something that we're completely, you know, we're not going to do. It just depends on some factors, right? So don't take our word for it.
That's our goal.
Yeah. So we'll keep you guys informed. Baron Mercury, when can we expect the alpha? Every time I see this game, I want to play. So I think within the next month or two, we will start planning alpha things.
Yeah, we need to get prepared to this very wisely and good. But we'll try to have something like that. So yeah.
Definitely. If you guys are interested in helping us alpha test, join our Discord. Follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff, because we will be sharing information publicly when we're ready to do that. So if you haven't already, I see if you're watching on Twitch, the Discord icon should be like under the stream. And if you're watching anywhere else, I'll share it up really quick because I see we have some people watching on Facebook as well. So I will just boom, join our Discord and yeah, stay up to date. Next question. Let's see. Sinbert, new game? Indeed, Bob, it's a new game. Hasn't been released yet, but soon it will be. Well, soon, depending on what you think soon is. Year minimum. So let's see. Thanks. I would like promote to at Twitch. Think about time. Cool simulator. Many ideas. Awesome. DJ Charity. Let's see what else we got here. You could also prepare bus life, truck life. You're doing very well. Very possible in the future. You never know. You never know what the future holds. We'll see. Baron Mercury, thank you. I really can't wait. I'm on the Discord and follow all socials, just patiently waiting. Patience is key, ladies and gentlemen. Patience is key. These things don't happen overnight. So we appreciate you all for being part of our community. Help us spread the word. You know, let's get the word out about Taxi Life. Yeah, let's get as many players as we possibly can. I see there's no more questions. That about ends it for the little Q&A that we had, guys. I think we'll end it there. So before we end here, maybe a little word from me. Guys, you know, I've been part of this project for quite some time now, and it's awesome to see it grow. And over the time, you know, we've seen the interest keep growing and growing, and you know, we won't let you down. We won't let you down. We'll try our best to bring you guys a taxi simulation game that you have never played before and that you'll be playing for years and years to come. So on behalf of Simteract, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on these streams in our Discord, the community. It's great. It's great seeing all the interest, and I'm sure, Alex, it's nice for you as a producer of the game to see the growing interest in the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very nice. Guys, so next stream will be next month, probably around Christmas time, a little bit before, because you know, like not during Christmas because of obvious reasons, right? But we do these streams once a month. So sometime in December, we'll do another one, depending on availability and stuff like that. I might do it by myself. We'll see. I don't know how you're looking with your availability, Alex, but yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching the stream. And make sure you join our Discord, follow us on socials, and until next time, Mikey Shines signing out. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a fantastic day. See ya.